Introducing Reticent Technologies Epistle, a device-based gateway email security. Delhi NCR faced bomb threats through email at 200 schools, causing panic on the 2nd of May 2024, as reported by Times of India. India recorded 79 million cyber attacks in 2023, ranks third globally, showed a 60% rise in global phishing attacks over the past year. As reported by NDTV on the 30th of April 2024, such were the news during the recent past. A learned technocrat demonstrated that there are a number of organizations with insecure email domains. Email spoofing, or phishing, from such organization is not tough. Concern is embarrassment to such organization. Sinner can send hoax impersonating. Or, sinner can demand payment from a customer impersonating. However, while trying the same, email spoofing, with kinds of secured large organizations. Not so easy. What these large organizations have implemented for safeguarding also became a point of interest. How do we protect from such email security issues? For on-premise email servers like Microsoft Exchange or Zebra email servers, managed from inside the Office network. Reticent, Epistle, device-based email gateway security is the product to solve. When email is outsourced on cloud like on Google's G Suite or Microsoft Office 365. Solution is using cloud access security brokers in email security. This feature is still in our roadmap at Reticent. What and how to configure, as must, into Reticent's Epistle, to understand how SPF, DKIM, DMARC, MXCheck, rate limiting, graylisting, anti-spam, malware protection, antivirus work in email gateway security device. Sender Policy Framework, SPF is like a publicly available employee directory for email servers. It lists all the IP addresses of servers authorized to send emails on behalf of a domain. When an email server receives a message, it checks the SPF record to verify if the sending server is allowed by the domain. If the SPF check fails, the email might be marked as spam or rejected. In summary, SPF confirms that emails are genuinely from your domain 1. Domain keys identified mail. DKIM adds a digital signature to emails from a domain, similar to a signature on a check. The domain owner signs the email's header using a private key, and the recipient server verifies it using the domain's public key. If the signature is valid, the email is considered genuine and not tampered with. DKIM helps prevent spoofing and ensures the email's authenticity. Domain-based message authentication reporting and conformance, DMARC, builds upon SPF and DKIM. It provides action instructions for email servers based on SPF and DKIM results. When SPF or DKIM fails, DMARC specifies whether to mark the email as spam, deliver it anyway, or drop it altogether. DMARC helps standardize email authentication and protects against attacks. MX, Mail Exchange, records are DNS records that specify the mail servers responsible for receiving email messages for a domain. An MX check verifies whether the sender's MTA complies with best practice guidelines, e.g., RFC compliance, before accepting an email. If the sender's MTA adheres to standards, the email is successfully delivered. Otherwise, it may be rejected or subjected to additional checks. Rate limiting restricts the number of email messages accepted from a specific sender or IP address within a given time frame. It helps prevent abuse, such as spamming or denial of service attacks. By enforcing limits on the rate of incoming emails, an email gateway ensures fair usage and protects its resources. Graylisting is a default compliance check applied to all inbound email messages from connections not previously seen by the email gateway. Here's how it works. When an email server, Message Transfer Agent MTA, attempts to deliver an email, the graylisting process looks at specific information, including IP address of the MTA, envelope sender address, envelope recipient address. If this combination of information has never been seen before, the email gateway issues a temporary failure status, 451 resource is temporarily unavailable. The sending server is then forced to queue and retry. A correctly configured MTA will always retry the message's delivery after 60 seconds. If the MTA retries within the 12-hour upper limit, the message is accepted. If the message is not retried within this period, it is logged as sender failed to retry. After 12 hours, if the sending MTA attempts again, the graylisting process restarts. Graylisting helps reduce spam by rejecting messages from incorrectly configured MTAs during their initial delivery attempt. We at Reticent Technologies have integrated Dual Threat Intelligence complements our IDPS engine for robust malware hunt, Dual Antivirus Signature Database working on Single Antivirus Engine are some of our USPs. Email security, from Trojans, malwares etc. sent to collect information about the target organization. If the emails are in regular monitoring, threat mitigation is a regular practice that even minimizes risk of ransomware threats. We at Reticent Technologies, through our Epistle device-based gateway email security, recommend best practices, user education. Use of Reticent's Epistle email protection at gateway, regular updates of all signature databases and firmware, enabling security for distributed denial of service attacks on email servers, a capable hardware specifically built for this purpose to handle such attacks. We also recommend offline backup regularly to mitigate any untoward incident, which is a good practice. Please note Reticent has backup solutions in product portfolio roadmap. Please visit www.reticent8.com for more information, or ask for a demo at info@reticent8.com.